Hey guys, this is your boy Mufasa. As you already know, this show is nothing without you guys. So please don't forget to like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and let's continue growing. Now I have my top three candidates that I believe the Sixers should be looking at in terms of new president of basketball operations. My top candidate is a former member of the front office. Is Vince Roseman. He's currently the vice president of identification and intelligence at the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's been with the Sixers for 16 years before leaving for Oklahoma 3 years ago. When he was here, he's been responsible for um, you know, the draft of guys like Isaiah Joe that he was able to quickly pick up when the Sixers cut him under Daryl Morey's regime, for instance. Also, once again, just for tax purposes, and claim him and get him in Oklahoma, and now he's a reliable player off the bench for them. So he's been responsible for guys like that, for guys like Paul Reed. He's really the leader of the Thunder draft process right now, and works in the development of the player evaluation space. He's a trusted guy of Sam Presti, the general manager and president of basketball operations of the Oklahoma City Thunder. So you got that experience from one of the best executives in the league, and I just love that. I believe his prior experience with the Sixers and the vote of approval that he has by former general manager of the Sixers, Sam Hinkie, also is a great addition to his resume. I'll be really excited if they can get this guy back in the building as president of basketball operations. Now he kind of fits the mold of the guy that I'm looking for, whether it's his expertise in the cap, but also his expertise in the draft process and the player development process. I believe he's gonna be able to really get some diamond in the rough for us. And Bob Myers mentioned something earlier in his press conference also, which is having a guy who is comfortable enough saying, I don't have the expertise in this area, for now them being able to go get the expertise and have a collective team running the front office and working together. So he has that expertise, but can get some additional resources when it comes to bettering the medical staff and things of that nature. So he spent 16 years already with the Sixers, where he moved up the ladder. He started as a basketball operations intern and filled several different roles all the way up to assistant general manager. So that would be my first pick, Vince Roseman. Hopefully we can get him. If we can get him, I would go with the second choice for me. Second attainable choice is Jesse Gould, who is also in the Thunder front office right now. Obviously, you got to poach from the best. We see that with the Eagles all the time in football, so I don't have a problem doing that in basketball with the Thunder. Jesse Gould is the vice president of basketball operations for the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is his 16th year with the organization. He's been there for a while, has a lot of experience. He ran the G League program at some point, the G League program where the current coach of the Thunder, Mark Daigneault, comes from. He's been the director of pro evaluation also, and leading scouting efforts for Oklahoma. So I really love that from him. I think he has the necessary experience, and also has been in basketball research and analysis before being named director of pro evaluation. So he also has that mixture of scouting, player development, research and analysis, but also being an assistant GM, some cap expertise, especially been with Sam Presti for this long. So I love that. And more importantly, he's from Philadelphia. Um, I think it's really important sometimes to have guys that can relate to the culture and the vibe of the city. This guy obviously will understand what the Sixers mean to the city of Philadelphia and would, take his job seriously. He is not my first choice just because I also don't believe Sam Presti is gonna easily let him go as opposed to Vince Roseman. But either guys here I would be satisfied with. Also because he's from Philadelphia. More importantly, like I said, and we'll see how it goes. My last and least plausible option is Anjali Sally, the current general manager of the Atlanta Hawks. Anjali has been with the San Antonio Spurs and also has some ties with Bob Myers from his time at Golden State. He was brought in at some point and was the vice president of basketball strategy and team council when Bob was still there in Golden State, and also was a basketball strategy and assistant team council for the Warriors. We could see the job that he started doing already with Atlanta, and them even making the trade last year with Joe Dumars and the Pelicans. And now after this great season that they had, they now have the 8th pick in this draft again. He was the one who conducted the Trae Young trade, being able to get CJ McCollum back, and now slowly but surely changing a little bit of the culture and the dynamic in Atlanta and making it more exciting and a better spot for basketball. The only reason why I have him third is also because the opportunity that he has in Atlanta is pretty good. He has something really nice going on out there. I'm not sure if he would be interested in taking the risk. The two reasons why I believe something like that could possibly happen is one, compensation. You might be able to, offer more money than the Hawks. And the title change also. He's just a GM over there, which is pretty big. But having the title of president of basketball operations entails a lot more. So maybe by convincing him with that and, obviously the compensation as well, he might be interested in joining the Sixers front office. But like I said, it's not really likely to happen because he got something nice going on in Atlanta for him right now, and getting in the cap hell that the Sixers are in with two of the best players injured that often. I'm not sure how that is going to happen. But I want to also end this by saying, as hard as it seems that the job is, it's still a pretty attractive job for any aspiring general manager or president of basketball operations candidate. I believe there's still some ways to work around those contracts of Joel and Paul George. Obviously, you're not going to be judged off of the first year on the job. We definitely want to see some improvements, but those contracts get better down the line starting next year, next summer, where you have a Paul George who's going to be on an expirable contract. So if I was part of the crew, or if I was a GM this year, for instance, I would probably keep these guys for one more year, see what they got in them, see what kind of pieces you can add, because unfortunately, because of the injuries, I don't think you're going to be able to get some significant returns for any of them this year. So you might as well keep them and see one more time how it can unfold, and hopefully maybe with the better medical staff and better players around, you might be able to go a little bit further, and why not maybe win a championship. So those are the three guys that I have. Like I said, Vince Roseman, Jesse Gould, and Anjali Sally are my three candidates here for the new leadership position